Today on Teuty's Track Analysis, we have the track of the day for April 17th, Reimagined Dreamscapes by Vixxa. Reimagined Dreamscapes is a mixed surface track with its primary focus being on the dirt surface. However, it has multiple small road sections throughout the track, as well as a couple of sausage sections. It also has a couple of effect blocks in the track, being an engine off, followed up shortly by a reset. It does contain a GPS through the fake finish at the start. However, this GPS time drives the track about 9/10 of a second faster than the author metal time. The track does have multiple finishes, there are no speed checks, and currently no cuts have been found. More information on these finishes include the risky finish needing 250 minimum speed to reach, though I would recommend 270 or more. The risky finish is also about 6/10 of a second faster than the safe finish at this 270 recommended speed. In terms of difficulty, I found the track to be far harder than your average track of the day, rating it at 8 out of 10. This is due to most, if not all, of the transitions on the track having extremely narrow lines that have almost no room for error. I found the metal times to be a fair bit challenging as well, beating the author metal time of 52.045 by only 0.02 of a second. The gold medal time was 56 seconds, the silver medal time 1 minute and 3 seconds, and the bronze medal time 1 minute and 19 seconds. Even with the track being fairly difficult to learn, I think this track was an extremely good track, maybe not a great fit for Cup of the Day, but once you learn the lines, it is an extremely enjoyable track, and I would rate Reimagined Dreamscapes a triple plus. For the analysis today, we are comparing against the top time currently, which was driven by Insanity, and they had a time of 50.616, and this is 1.409 ahead of my personal best. We'll see how much I want to go over today. The track is extremely precise, and it's going to come down to a lot of your skill level. There's only so much information I can give you to really help you out on this one. For the most part, at the start here, you want to take the majority of these corners as closely as possible. After the jump, we'll have the first transition piece here, which you can see both on the left and right. The edges are sticking up, so you don't have a lot of room to enter this one, and that goes for most of the transitions in the track. A lot of things can go wrong here, but you want to be pretty aggressive on the left-hand turn here in order to get around this corner. You can't be a little bit too aggressive, hit this bank on the left-hand side, which will push you over heavy to the right-hand side. Then you'll hit the right side bank, and that'll push you heavy to the left, and you'll most likely hit the left-hand wall. If you are struggling a lot making it through this first section basically full speed, you can do some small gas releases either on the entrance or after the first left-hand turn to try to help yourself out. Moving on to the next dirt section, I'll pretty much steer 100% to the left for the large majority of this entire turn. This won't be the answer 100% of the time, but you do have to be very aggressive here in order to get around this turn. I was a little over aggressive on my turn, but it's better than not being aggressive here because you want it to be pretty far over to the left-hand side in order to make the exit here on the right-hand side. On the exit to this section, you have to be extremely careful, as too high up towards the left here on the bank is just going to send your car kind of tipping left over right here, and you will lose a massive amount of speed. Then after this section as well, we have another deceptive part here, which you want to leave fairly early and jump much higher than you think, because there is a lip on the right hand side that is a little bit difficult to see, and this is an extremely easy part to mess up. After the entrance jump, the exit jump can be a little bit difficult as well. If you have slightly too low speed here, you can very easily clip the edge, and also if you leave too late, you can also clip the edge. Coming up, we have what seems to be a fairly basic turn, but I lost so many runs here just turning a little bit too early, so just be careful of that. On the exit to the section, you want to be a little bit careful, as it's very easy to slide over a little bit too far to the right, and if you do that, your car will just tip down a little bit on the exit to this ramp, and you will just hit the edge of the upcoming platform. For the jump, really just take it as low as possible, but you do want to get up in this bank a little bit, so you can get pushed a little bit harder to the right in order to make it a cleaner exit to this section. For the jump off this upcoming sausage piece, you want to be fairly wide here, and again, trying to get just through the middle of these two banks to the right and left. Obviously, I'm going to hit this one to the right here a little bit, and it won't be all that costly. This is one of these spots in the track that has a little bit more room for error as far as the banks go. The upcoming left-hand turn at the top of the hill is fairly basic and not a lot can go wrong. Then we have a simple right-hand turn into this engine off. Just on the exit, make sure you make your way a little bit over to the right-hand side. After this, we just have a left-hand turn, and again, on this transition here, you want to be fairly aggressive towards the left-hand side of this turn, getting around the apex, and then you want to kind of straighten out as you leave this section so you can get ready for the right-hand turn towards the finish. You can see here that I opt to go a little bit wider to set up a straighter line into the finish. The inside line that the world record takes is a little bit tougher as it's extremely easy to bonk these two yellow arrows. You also need to be careful here of not going too wide to the left here on the dirt, as you will just not have enough room to set up for the jump into the risky finish. As far as setting up for the risky finish, you'll see I drive over to the right a little bit, and then I'll drive up towards the left a little bit. This will get me a little bit more airtime and make sure I clear the jump to the risky finish. The world record going for a more straight line approach and less airtime. So obviously, I thought today's track was pretty good. I know due to its difficulty, a lot of people probably aren't going to enjoy this one a lot. So the ratings on this one are probably going to be fairly mixed. Again, like I said earlier in the overview, I don't think this is a great fit for a cup of the day track. 15 minutes, really just not enough time to really learn this one. It took me about 30, maybe even like 45 minutes to even drive this one somewhat consistently. Going to leave it at that though, as this one's already getting pretty long here. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Check the description for links to my Twitch and Discord, and be sure to check out all the other Trackmania content on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.